self-esteem. She is smart, funny, and considerate, but she didn't know it yet. I pray that she realizes her strengths and her confidence in herself will continue to grow. I love her dearly. My son was just entering kindergarten when I lost access to him. He is gregarious, outgoing, and a great athlete. He is smart and fearless. He could have just as much fun by himself as he could with other kids. Even the older boys in our neighborhood wanted to play with him. It absolutely breaks my heart that I will not be able to help him grow into a man. I love him too. I miss them both so much. My identity was taken from me as a result of this process. When it began, I was a commercial real estate broker. I lived by the golden rule and made a living by bringing parties together and finding the common ground. My reputation as a broker was built on my honesty and integrity. When it ended, I was broke, homeless, unemployed, and had no visitation with my own children. I had no confidence and was paralyzed with fear that I would be going to jail whenever my ex-wife wanted. Nothing I could say or do would stop it. This is what being to death or targeted by a psychopath looks like. This is the outcome. I didn't somehow change into a high conflict person or lose my ability to steer clear of the law. I've never been arrested, depressed, homeless, or suicidal before this process. The stress and pressure applied to me was deliberate, and nothing I could do or say would give me any relief. Nothing that I or my attorneys said to my ex-wife's attorney or to the court made any difference. Truths, facts, evidence, or even the best interest of my children had no effect on the outcome. The family court system is broken, but from my experience, it's not the laws, it's the lawyers. They feed off of the conflict. They are not hired to reduce the conflict this process did not always make sense. None of this made sense to me either. I had no help, and the only suggestion I got from my attorneys was to remain silent. At first, I did what I was told. I remained silent and listened to my attorneys. Then, after I had given my ex-wife full custody to try and appease her, I learned about psychopathy and emailed my doctor about my concerns and asked him for help. Of course, I was ignored. As the conflict continued, I was forced to defend myself. When that didn't work, I thought I could get the help I needed by speaking out. There is no right or wrong way to defend yourself from abuse. Naively, I thought that abuse was abuse and it would be recognized and something would be done. I thought speaking out would end the abuse or at least get them to back off. It didn't. When no one did anything, they were emboldened. I took my own life because I had come to the conclusion that there was nothing I could do or say to end the abuse. Every time I got up off my knees, I would get knocked back down. They're not going to let me be the father I wanted to be to my children. People may think I am a coward for giving up on my children, but I didn't see how I was going to heal from this. I have no money for an attorney, therapy, or medication. I have lost 4 jobs because of this process. I was going to be at their mercy for the rest of my life, and they had shown me none. Being alienated, legally abused, emotionally abused, isolated, and financially ruined are all a recipe for suicide. I wish I were stronger to keep going, but the emotional pain and fear of going to court and jail because of exorbitant child support became overwhelming. I became paralyzed with fear. I could not flee and I could not fight. I was never going to be allowed to heal or recover. I wish I were better at articulating the psychological and emotional trauma I experienced. I could fill a book with all the lies and mysterious rulings of the court. Never have I experienced this kind of pain. I asked for help, third party would have easily been able to confirm or refute all of my allegations, which is why none was ever appointed to protect the children or reduce the conflict. Abuse is about power and control. Stand up for the abused and speak out. If someone speaks out about abuse, believe them. Please teach my children empathy and about emotional invalidation and gaslighting, or they may end up like me.